Live. Hi everyone, just whilst the feedback is taking its time to kick through. Forgive me, I'm a bit late today because my daughter just didn't want to let go of hugging me. So here I am anyway. Welcome. Here we go. Hi. Yay. Just whilst the feedback is taking its time to kick through. So the sound works, the feedback works. Let's move this again. So welcome everybody, and that's better, isn't it? Because it gives like that reflection on there. So maybe if I shine it that anyway. Welcome everybody. So these current energies that I've been feeling has definitely been intense, like so intense. I'm noticing this eclipse energy even more. I'm noticing things are just that Taurus energy, just slow. It's slow, quite like heavy. And yeah, like this whole eclipse energy, like new, ready to come in, old potentially leaving or having a new structure. That's what I'm feeling. So welcome everybody. Anyway, this will be timestamped, so you can jump to the timestamps if you're watching this in the future. My name is Kelita Sahliah. If you are new, if you're not, then welcome. So on my channel, I share my perspective and my lens on how I view reality, our realm that we share together collectively. So this segment is astrology of the sky. So I combine astronomy and astrology together, basically, and see what is happening energetically wise. So I use the visible sky and I take the principles from astrology. There is a video that I've done, so you can watch that. It is in the description below. I've also done videos like around how this big movement of Saturn and Pluto, so compared to the visible sky, they are in Saturn is in Aquarius actually, and Pluto is in Capricorn. According to the visible sky, I know this may sound different if you are used to mainstream astrology, but do check out them videos down below in the description, because I'll go into more detail there as to why I use the sky. Okay, so welcome. The usual order of this live is we go through the transits. If it is the beginning of the month, we do go through numerology as well for the month, but usually we go through the transits that's happening. We then go through the moon phases too, the moon transits, and then we clarify with some tarot and to see obviously if the energies are aligning or if I'm just chatting, because am I just chatting or is it in alignment? We'll see. And then we come back to the present moment, because of course the present is all that matters and is all that is, just the present moment. I know my head looks really big all up in the screen, doesn't it? But it's fine. I've had quite an emotional day, so my appearance is the last thing that's on my mind, to be honest. So let's start this. This is probably like one of the quickest I've done introductions. So well done, Kelita, well done. So let's move this over a bit. There we go. So welcome. So just to start off anyway, all my socials are Kelita Sahliah, except TikTok. It's Kelita Sahliah with an 8, because I don't have access to my other account. So they're my socials if you wanted to know. These will be the luminary positions on the 7th of May. And that's the day I entered this realm 29 years ago. So my birthday, the 7th of May. And I call them luminaries because they illuminate the sky. Like, I actually don't see them as solid planets. I don't see them as solid. I don't see anything in our realm as solid, to be fair. Everything is densified but oscillating, so it's not really solid. However, I see them as lights, luminaries, dancing geometry, basically dancing geometry that emits a frequency. So that's why I call them luminary positions instead of planets, but each to their own. So this is where they will be on the 7th of May. So on the 7th, the sun will be in Aries. Still, the moon is going to be wandering through Scorpio. Mercury is retrograding in Aries. What happened to Pluto? Pluto's in Cap. I've said that, or I've kind of rubbed that off the board. Venus is in Taurus. Mars is in Gemini. And it's so beautiful when getting to know the actual sky. I can see the head of the Gemini twins, and I'm watching Mars literally wander through the feet of the Gemini twins, and I can see that myself. So this is why I prefer the visible sky, because I can visibly see where Mars actually is, and it's definitely not in Cancer. Because like, is mainstream astrology saying Mars is in Cancer? Because the sky isn't. Anyway, Jupiter is in Pisces. Again, that's quite clear in the sky. Saturn is in Aquarius, as I mentioned before. Uranus is in Aries. Neptune is in Pisces. Chiron, the bad boy, is in Pisces, a wounded soldier. I call him the bad boy, but it's like, it's a key. So to me, it's just like, it's a key. So what's the key to do? And it's all this Pisces energy. That's the key. Okay. Then you've got Fortuna is retrograding right now in Ophiuchus. So that's where Fortune is. And then Lilith is in sextans. So I did mention this last week. Lilith is in sextans until June, I believe. So in essence, I'm seeing like the sextans was the tool used to measure where the stars are. Basically, it was the tools used to see where the stars are and their placement. So because I see us as the star, we are the stars basically, and Lilith representing our suppressed side of us. In essence, it's like what I'm seeing is there may be some restrictions around it, around your placement right now, but also those restrictions, or that, not say restriction, that resistance. And we all know resistance, you break through the resistance, isn't it? There's still that passion of, this is where I am and what I want to do. So yeah, if that is, trust yourself. Why does it do that? It locks off really quickly. But anyway, let's move now in 7 minutes deep into the transits happening this week. So what's happening this week on the 8th? And oh gosh, I didn't even say, I'm saying all of this. Don't trust this, don't trust me, don't trust nothing. There's an app you can download to look at the sky yourself and see for yourself where the planets or luminaries are. You can also grab yourself a calendar. You can get this calendar. It is available on Etsy. Digital and physical copies are available, and you can see for yourself. It is all there, as you can see. And I'll show you the next transit coming in. There's also a website called The Sky Live, and it's going to show you live where they are, and you can triple check you can triple check all of this, not just relying on one source. So the transit that is happening, I'll go write it on the board, but on the 8th, Venus is entering Gemini, as you can see. So Venus goes into Gemini on the 8th of May. So what am I seeing here with this whole Venus in Gemini transit? So Venus being the luminary that, I need to try and sit up a bit better, but the luminary that represents the material aspect. It is our material values. Venus represents the material reality, our material realm, basically anything material. So yes, it is around money. It is money, obviously, love, pleasures of the senses, physical appearance as well. It does represent all of that, all of the material, whatever we value within the material. That's Venus, basically. That is Venus. And is basically how we would like to experience our reality. This is where Venus comes in, how we want to experience the physical reality. What do we find as valuable? So that's why we choose to experience it. Okay. And it's going into Gemini. So what do I see as Gemini? Gemini being an earth sign, Venus being Gemini being an air sign, forgive me, Venus being more earth, okay, so feminine earth. Gemini is more air, masculine. So Gemini also being the twins, and because it's fueled by Mercury's energy is quite heavy in there as well. So Mercury's a lot to do with messages, and because Gemini is the twins, there's a lot of communication and that exchange in energy. It is that energetic exchange, basically. It is Gemini, it is air, so it's moving quicker. Mercury is one of the apart from the moon, it is the quickest moving luminary, and it dances around the sun back and forth. So because Mercury fuels this sign, the energies it emits off is quite fast moving. So what I'm actually seeing in from now, in essence, because we are on the cusp, so Venus has been in Taurus. Okay, Taurus is very steady, it's very slow. Yes, it wants to experience pleasures, it is about that because it's fueled by Venus, so it is happy there. And I've done like a whole thing, I was like, yeah, XRP is gonna have a whale of a time because XRP's Venus is Taurus, and so is mine. But it was like a whale of a time going down. So that's just hilarious. But anyway, now that it's moving quicker, definitely within the crypto market, I'm seeing things moving. But coming back to just us, because crypto's for elsewhere. So basically, I'm seeing what we actually value in our material reality, what we would like to experience because we see that as valuable to us. I'm seeing it's beginning to happen. To put it plainly, to put it simply, I'm seeing it's going to start quickening. Things are going to start quickening. Of course, Mercury itself is still retrograding. So that alone, when a luminary is retrograding, it gives you the opportunity to go over and to redo and to look back, to think and to slow down a little. But not even slow down, but it's to go over what you didn't have a chance to do. So any things that you potentially missed, it's like, oh, okay, I get to do it now. Hence, things can actually move and progress during retrograde periods. And of course, because this what is based around our material reality, Gemini is quick, it's that air, it's going to want things to happen and to move quickly. So even when it comes down to communication with individuals, if it was slow, I'm seeing that picking up. Like it may have been slow, but it may have been steady. That's what I'm seeing when it came to communication recently. Slow but steady, because it was based on Taurus energy. Not necessarily slow but steady, but what we was experiencing, not just our communication, but what we was actually experiencing within our physical reality and what we truly valued and what we wanted to give our time to may have been just moving slow. Like if you had connections or you just wanted to, like, things were just moving slow. Like, okay, why is this taking so long? Like even some investment opportunities, I was like, why is this taking so long? But I get it, because based around, obviously Venus is around money too, so it's all of that was moving slow and steady, setting that for foundation, basically that sturdy foundation because of that Taurus energy. But now that Taurus energy has done that, based around our material values, and which is Venus, is entering into Gemini, and as it's on the cusp right now, things will be moving a bit quicker. That's basically what I'm seeing. So yeah, when it came, if you felt like things were going slow in your own business or personal life, like steady but slow, then I am seeing things moving a little bit quicker. Do let me know if this does resonate, if you have found that like, yo, okay, yeah, this was quite slow. Do let me know if it resonates, and if you have noticed potentially like, oh, okay, I can see how things may be moving quicker, or if you notice it has moved quicker, then come back to this video and let me know, man. Tell me. I'd love the feedback. But that is what I am seeing in terms of Venus entering Gemini. Like, the material and what we're ready to experience should be moving a little bit faster. So going into the moon phases now and linking that in to this whole Gemini energy. And of course, because like we're still quite heavy in the Aries energy, so we're still in that new, that like ready for this new version of you, so to say. We are still in that newness, and it's like the Taurus energy, because Venus was in Taurus. Things were slowly but steadily coming in, and though we're still in this new energy, it's starting to pick up on this new energy. Where's Aries? Okay. We had a solar eclipse in Aries. So it is new, and it is still, according to the visible sky, it is still Aries season. So it is based around the newness. It is new. So if you've had new people coming up in your life, or past people coming back into your life, it's because things are ready to become new and to refresh. Okay. So the moon now, the moon on the 8th, we are moving from Scorpio here, which will be on the 7th, on my birthday, the day I entered this realm. And then we're moving to Ophiuchus on the 8th, Sagittarius on the 9th, Capricorn, and then Aquarius. Okay, so that is what the moon is doing. Now, what do I see the moon as? I see the moon as, let me kind of, you can see kind of sort of in it. I see the moon as the mover of our emotions. I'm going to just move that there. There we go. You can see it a bit better. I see the moon as the mover of our emotions. No, you really can't see it better. But it gets our emotions moving, essentially. It is our intuition, not our thoughts, our feelings and our emotions. Mercury is the thoughts, but it is our feelings, our emotions, and it gets our emotions moving in essence, which then allows our ego, which is the sun, to attract these experiences to us. So our ego is still attracting Aries experiences to us. Yeah, that's what our ego is doing. So in essence, we just do something, even if we think, oh man, I fucked up, even if it's something like that. But whatever, our ego just, we need it. It's our operating system, and it does whatever it's doing, and then experiences come to you. Tap to retry. This is still live, isn't it? Why is it saying tap to retry? It's still going, so I'm not going to touch the screen. But yeah, where was I now? So yeah, that is the moon anyway, and the sun. The moon and the sun, they work together. One moves the emotions, the other then attracts the experiences to you. So with our emotions and our feelings and our intuition all up in moving from Scorpio, so on the 7th, like, we may reach a point, or our emotions, our feelings, our intuition may potentially be touching into what is quite our depth, basically. It's seeing the depth of us, because Scorpio is that death and rebirth, but it is that death and rebirth of finding out what may be like vulnerable or a weakness, and recognizing that that is your strength. So that is what I see with the whole Scorpio energy. That's what I'm seeing as that. And then as it's going through, once you've now recognized, like, yes, this is my strength, I've reached my depth, this is my strength, I'm just going for it. I'll give an example. Like, for me, I always felt like, you know, I was married, I got divorced, I had to come back home, and I always found I felt quite embarrassed for that, to be fair, to be honest, and to be vulnerable. I genuinely did, because I was just like, what? I just didn't see that in my reality. However, it's the best thing that has actually happened. Has it been easy? Of course not. There's always challenges, but I see how it's set me up to how I'm ready to live my life. So that's just an example. It's just recognizing something, but it's like once seeing that, Ophiuchus comes in and it's ready to transmute and change that energy. So Ophiuchus is known as the healer. It's known as the serpent bearer. He holds a snake in his hand, which is kind of like the medical symbol. So it literally represents healing, and it's healing literally on a DNA structural level. Okay, so it's linked to magnesium within the body, and that is the generator and producer and maintainer of energy in essence. So it literally transforms your energy to then become, or why is it doing that? It's just reconnected again, changing your cells in essence so it can vibrate at a different frequency to attract different experiences to you. Okay, so this is Ophiuchus, it's powerful. So of course, once you've recognized your watery depth, your strength, you're ready to transmute that and to heal that. Okay, once the moon touches into Sagittarius, now your emotions, technically, it literally could come up as a feeling, because this is the moon. It is a feeling. It could be an intuitive thought that helps you change your perspective, your point of view. It could literally be that. It's going to be different for everyone. It's doing that so often. Why is it reconnecting? Is this messing up on, like, I don't know. But as the moon, then, this is wild. As it moves into Sagittarius is like the centurion. It's a whole arrow. It knows the direction now. You've become this new person. You're now focused and know this direction based on like your emotions and what you feel. Like it's become more clear. You're centered, and that's where you're going. Okay. Yeah, that's where you're going. And of course, because this is happening on the 9th, I find it interesting. We've got Venus transiting on the 8th. So it's technically on the cusp now. Right now, it's on the cusp. Do I have my phone to show you? I'll get it up afterwards. But right now, it is on the cusp. Okay. And then it's like, as that's on the cusp and you're getting ready to be living, like not living, but based around your material, you're ready for things to start speeding up and going quickly because this whole Gemini energy. So it's like you've changed what's it called, DNA wise within your body. You've literally changed in order to experience this quickness. You see what I'm saying? This is what I see. Okay, people, I'm not like a whole professional out here, but this is my intuitive perception of all of this. And then once you've changed and you're now like in this new Gemini energy based around your material values, because that's Venus, Sagittarius, now you know the direction. And bear in mind, because this is the moon is still illuminated, so it's still illuminating the way for you, and it's going to be clear. Okay, and then of course, after knowing that direction, now this Capricorn energy comes in. And your emotions, your feelings, your intuitive downloads, in essence, are coming in based around how this can be solidified. Okay, so all of this quick energy based around the material, how it's actually going to be solidified now. And then within that solidity, then the uniqueness comes. the uniqueness comes in with the whole Aquarian energy. It's like, okay, Aquarius is that water bearer. It is the one, he holds a whole water bearer in his hand and it's pouring down. So in essence, it is about giving at this point. It is about giving. So if you definitely feel like wanting to give more in essence, or after you've had this taster and allowed this whole Venus in Gemini energy to come in, we've then got like, okay, how can I actually utilize this Aquarian energy and give? Aquarian is it is sociable, so this could literally be between friends. It could be your business idea, how you'd like to give and to serve. Essentially, give of your water, and we are water, so it's giving of ourselves. So that is what I'm seeing there. If this does resonate at all, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. I do want to show you, we're going to go into the tarot now to clarify. We are going to go into the tarot to clarify, but I want to show you something on my other phone. So, can you see this? This is the date. It's the 4th of May. There's Venus. And as you can see, it's literally on the cusp. It's on the cusp of Gemini. So what I'm generally seeing is we're phasing out on the last phases of this slow, this Taurus energy, but steady movement. Been slow but steady, and we're on the cusp, and we're getting ready to quicken what this has put in steadily. Okay, so, and let me show you, because it's fun. Just watch Venus. Yeah, watch Venus. I'm going to change the date. It's moving. Yay. It's so cool. Get the app, people, get the app. But anyway, let's take a deep breath. Whew. Oh, we're moving on to the tarot to see if I'm gassing. Am I gassing, or does it resonate? Am I gassing, or does it resonate? My birthday week tarot. Not even just the tarot. I've done a video before on my YouTube on like, can you trust tarot? I might link it to this. Go check it out. It is alright. Kinda. And my hair was cut. I was going through a metamorphosis. Okay. This week of May the 7th onward, what's happening? We're doing tarot now. May the 7th onward. It's just whatever comes out with this. Okay. King of Swords, and we've got the Magician in reverse. So I'm going to show this. I generally just pull 2 unless I feel to pull more. When I do the monthly one, I do 2. I ask for the month and for the week. And I cannot remember for the life of me what the month was, but the month was quite good. So go back to last week's video and check that out. I'm going to do a short of that as well. I need to get back onto my shorts. But it did come out in reverse, the Magician. I'm sure this came out last week in the reverse, I'm sure it did. It did. I saw it upright, but then it came out. I saw it upright. It was both. So I spoke about both. And then we've got the King of Wands. So I can't remember what the Magician was. Let's go for it again. Okay. So during this week, thoughts and feelings may come up about your goals. What's this for the month? You may feel when it comes to what you're ready for, you may feel like, is it actually valuable? Is what I'm after, my goals, is it valuable, and will it truly help? Yeah, will it truly help? You may have not truly contemplated all of your true intentions potentially, or not truly accepted them, like, okay, yeah, this is my true intention. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing potentially coming up. I do kind of get that we are still in, as I said, the cusp of that Taurus energy. So we're moving quite steadily and slow. And as I said, energies don't just start and stop from when the day, from the day, you know what I mean? Things don't work like that. It's a whole symbiotic relationship. It kind of weaves in and weaves out. Okay, so it's kind of like, that makes sense to me, because as this slow, steady Taurus energy, things still may be that little bit slow where you're thinking like, damn, is my goal, is what I'm doing, is it worth something? But it is. I'm here to tell you it is. So keep going, like, keep going. Don't make nothing, even if it's a car happening in the sky, don't make nothing tell you that your goal or that you're not valuable, because you are 100%, and what you are doing is valuable as fuck, and you need to know that all the time, okay? All the motherfucking time. So okay, King of Wands now. We've got articulate, just, assertive, analytical, actively gets to grip with the situation, high standards, patriarchal values, and capable and intellectually adaptable. So yeah, so basically you're on point. This is what I'm saying. So even though this has come up, the Magician in reverse, so you may feel something may happen, you're like, oh man, you're just rethinking, oh, is this goal attainable? Essentially, you've still got the King of Swords energy. Like, you're articulate, you're intelligent, you're assertive, you're analytical to make sure that, obviously, yes, my goals are, they're lit, my goals are lit, and I'm making it happen. Having your high standards in making that happen, and your intellect your intellect's on point. Someone try challenge you next week on your intellect, it's on point. So yeah, and obviously because the Magician came out first in reverse, I am seeing this maybe more at the beginning of the week. It could literally be Saturday, start from this weekend. I don't know. See what happens. See when it comes up. But regardless of what you may feel about this being in reverse, you've got all the skills. Like, you're there already. So just know that. I'm claiming that, because when I say I'm feeling intensely this eclipse energy, I'm feeling this massive change, and I just don't even know where, who, what, where, how, why, when this whole change is happening. And then at the back of the deck, we have the World card. So I just have to show that. I have to show that. Listen, we've got the World. It's fine. It's fine. And these things, this whole Gemini energy, it's coming in. So I definitely resonate with that. The King of Swords with this Gemini energy, and the World being at the bottom of the deck. Like, things are gonna be okay. Like, that's just what I have to say to myself often. Things are gonna be okay. We're moving now into the present energy. So take a deep breath, Kelita. Back to the present moment. The moon right now is in beautiful Virgo. So that's where the moon is currently. Yeah, that's where the moon is currently. And then, of course, it is a lunar eclipse tomorrow in Libra. Okay, it's a lunar eclipse in Libra. And remember, of course, that we are currently on the cusp. So this whole energy, of course, we're on the cusp of it. So it's entering now. I'll just let you know, it's entering now. So of course, this lunar eclipse season is soon coming to an end. Eclipses are quite a shift in energy type of thing, and I've said a lot of that in my past 2 videos, so do check that out if you would like. And yeah, it is in Libra, so balance and justice is coming. Balance and justice is coming, and it's being illuminated. So balance and justice is coming, and because it's like, I know they in mainstream they say it's in Scorpio, but I resonate with it more being in Libra, because it's like I don't need to reach my watery depth. I've done a lot of stuff already. What I need is the balance and the scales to be more equal now, because I don't know about you, but I feel it's just been so unequal. I'm not going to say unfair, though things seem like things have just been unfair, but if you feel life has just been like so, you know, just like that, then I'm definitely seeing justice coming in and that balancing out after this eclipse. Okay, so pay attention to who has been in your life over these past 2 weeks. Eclipses are heavy. Pay attention to who you're going to be with during the eclipse. Pay attention, because those people are more than likely going to be in your life for a while. We're entering quite a big phase and switch up in our reality, so this eclipse I feel is quite important. And changes is happening. But yeah, if that did make sense, if it resonated at all, I truly appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you so much, obviously, for joining me. As we grow, I'm truly open for any questions, or even if anyone's got questions at any time, I am open up for that. It popped up saying like a message in review, and then I can't see any messages, so I don't know if anyone was saying anything. But yeah, with that being said, I do hope that this was of some benefit, as that is my intention. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing lunar eclipse, and I intend that your life is just amazing because you are amazing. Okay, always know that, but anyway, I am out. Thank you so much for joining me. Angel out. Bye.